At the beginning of our parasha, Hashem appears before Avraham, when all of a sudden Avraham sees three men, angels, messengers of God dressed in plain clothes, and Avraham runs to greet them and welcome them into his tent. It appears almost as if Avraham interrupts Hashem, almost mid-sentence. None of us likes to be interrupted, to be ignored. We get annoyed when in the middle of a conversation, our friend or coworker or spouse picks up the phone or sends a text message. Yet our sages tell us that this episode teaches that in a certain sense, the mitzvah of hachnasat orchim, hospitality, is even greater than receiving the Shekhinah, the divine presence. How is hospitality greater than receiving the divine presence? How could Avraham just get up and go and leave Hashem to greet his guests? What are our sages trying to teach us? The answer is so simple, yet so profound. Avraham understood that Hashem is found in the mitzvah of hachnasat orchim, that Hashem is found in these messengers who come to visit him, who Avraham believes are human beings created in the image of God. Avraham wasn't leaving Hashem at all. Hashem was there all along. Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, whose first yahrzeit is this week, wrote the following: Abraham, father of monotheism, knew the paradoxical truth that to live the life of faith is to see the trace of God in the face of the stranger. It is easy to receive the divine presence when God appears as God. What is difficult is to sense the divine presence when it comes disguised as three anonymous passers-by. That was Abraham's greatness, writes Rabbi Sachs. He knew that serving God and offering hospitality to strangers were not two things, but one. Rabbi Sachs continued and quoted an interpretation of Rabbi Shalom Rokeach, the Sar Shalom, the first Belzer Rebbe, who noted the difference in the language in verses 2 and 8. In verse 2, the visitors are described as standing above Avraham, nitzavim alav. But in verse 8, Avraham is described as standing above them, omed alehem, as they ate. The Belzer Rebbe explained that at first, the visitors were on a higher level than Avraham, because they were angels, and Avraham is but a mere human being. But after Avraham gave them food and drink and shelter, he was on a higher plane, even higher than angels. By treating our fellow man, created in the image of God, with dignity and respect, and by giving him honor, we ultimately give honor to Hashem. Shabbat Shalom from Jerusalem.